Hey folks, welcome to the SolidWorks course which is being offered by the CAD Club. So basically we'll be dealing with designing in SolidWorks and analysis and then motion study. So starting with designing. What is a design? A design is a plan or specification for the construction of an object or system. Basically, if we speak about mechanical design, then mechanical design means the design of components and systems of mechanical nature. If we speak about the examples are like machines, products, structures, devices, and instruments. So, without much delay, let's begin with the video.
Welcome guys to this SolidWorks tutorial. In this video, we will know about SolidWorks environment, 2D sketching, how to define a sketch and about the sketch relationships. So if everything goes well, we will create this sketch. So let us start. So if you open SolidWorks, you will be having this home page, or else you can call it as a welcome page. So it contains three main options: the part, assembly and drawing. The part option is to create parts. The assembly option is to assemble the parts that you have created. And the drawing option is to make 2D sketches, or you can import some 3D designs and convert it into 2D drawings. Okay. So let us proceed with the part. So, but before going to the part, we need to know how to move around the workspace, right? So we need to know some keys for that. So if you are using a mouse, you can rotate your model by using the middle mouse button or the roller button. So click and hold on your roller button and drag it, so that you can rotate your model. So and rotate your roller in and out to zoom in or zoom out. So if you zoom out too much, you can't see your object, right? So double click on the roller button to bring it back. So you can select any of the faces or any of the commands over here by right clicking it. Okay. So what if you are using a laptop and you don't have a mouse? So how can you rotate or move around the space? So simply right click on the workspace, select rotate view and click on left button and drag it. You can rotate it now. But if you want to move around it, select pan and click on left mouse button and drag it. You can move the object now. So if you want to zoom in and zoom out, select zoom in / out and click on left mouse button and drag it up and down. Okay. So what if your model goes like this? So you can bring it back by clicking zoom to fit option. So okay, now the laptop users should be comfortable. So let us continue with the part. So select the part over here and click on the OK button. So we can see many tabs over here, like the feature tab, sketch tab, markup tab, evaluate tab, etc. All these tabs comes under the command manager. Okay. So select the sketch tab in the command manager and you can see all the sketching tools over here. Okay. So if you want to draw a line or a circle, can you do it immediately? So I mean, if you want to draw something in the workspace, can you do it right now? No, you can't, because imagine if you want to build a building, you need to have some land, right? Same like that, in any CAD software, to sketch something you need to have a plane. So SolidWorks gives you 3 planes by default: front plane, top plane, and the right plane. So if you want to sketch something on the front plane, just simply right click on it and select the sketch option. So you can see this origin over here. It means that we are currently sketching on the front plane. Okay, so if we select the line, you can observe that the mouse pointer has been changed into a small pencil, and below that we can see a small line. So it means that we are currently in the sketching mode and we are drawing a line. Okay, so how to draw a line? So to draw a line, we need to specify 2 points. So we can do that by just left click and then move your mouse and then left click again. So we got a line, right? So you can proceed it by clicking anywhere. Just move your mouse and left click. So if you don't want to proceed again, just click on the escape button. So we have only one line here. Okay, so in the line, next we have the center line. Center line is just a dotted line. Okay, and we have midpoint line. So to draw a midpoint line, we need to specify the midpoint first. So if I click here, it automatically thinks that it is the midpoint of the line. So just like this. Okay, first we have specified the midpoint and then the extreme point. Okay, then we have the rectangle. So in the rectangle, we have many options like the corner rectangle, center rectangle, the perimeter rectangle, and many more. Okay, so if you want to draw the corner rectangle, so you need to specify the corner first, the first corner. So just left click and just move your mouse, and wherever you click, it will be the opposite corner of the first point that you have specified. Okay, just like that. So next we have the center rectangle. So in this rectangle, you need to specify the center first. So wherever you click, it will be the center of the rectangle, and the next point wherever you click, that will be the corner point of the rectangle. Okay, so next we have the perimeter rectangle. So in this, the first 2 points, so in the perimeter rectangle, the first 2 points you specify will be the base or the line, and the next point, that mean the third point will specify the width of the rectangle. Okay, just like this. So the first line will be the baseline, and second line will be the height. Okay, so next we have 3-point center rectangle. So in this rectangle, we need to specify the, so wherever we click, that point will be the center of the rectangle, and when you move your mouse and click here, it will be the midpoint of this line, and if you further click again, that will be the third point, and it will be the corner of the rectangle. Okay, so first we have specified the center point, then we have specified the midpoint of this line, and then we have specified the corner of the rectangle. Okay, so next we have the parallelogram. Okay, so wherever you click, that will be the first point, and the second point, just to specify the second point, just move your mouse and just right click, and to specify the third point, you just do like this, move your mouse up or down. To specify the third point, just left click on it. So next we have a rectangle, a circle. So in the first type, so wherever you click on the workspace, it will be the center of the circle, and the next point, wherever you click on the workspace, it will be the point on the circumference. So we are just specifying the radius here. Okay, so in the second type, and this circle is called as perimeter circle. You just click here on the workspace, just wherever you want 3 times. So the SolidWorks automatically creates a circle passing through those 3 points. Okay, so you just click here and click here and click here. So we have got a circle passing through these 3 points. Okay, so next we have arcs. So we have a center point arc, a tangent arc, and a 3-point arc. So first we will see the 3-point arc. So to draw this 3-point arc, so first wherever you click, it will be the first extreme point, and the next click will be the second extreme point of the curve, and the third click will be the angle of the curve. Okay, so if you want to delete something, just right click on that and select delete option, or else you can drag from left to right to select the entities and press delete option. Okay, delete it. So next in the arc, we have center point arc. So your first click will specify the center of the arc, the next click will be the point on the circumference, and you just move the mouse to specify the length of the arc. Okay, like this, and just left click on it. Okay, we have got an arc here. So next we have a slot. So the first 2 points that you specify on the workspace will be a straight line, and if you move your mouse up or down, you will give a width to that slot. Okay, that's a straight slot. So So next we have center point straight slot. So in this, we just like the midpoint line, we will first specify the midpoint of the line first, and next we will give a thickness to it. So just click on it. So next we have the arc slot. So in this, we need to draw an arc with by using the 3 points, just like the 3-point arc. So first point that you will specify will be the first extreme point, and the next click will be the second extreme point, and the third click will be your angle of the arc. Okay, so after that, you just move your mouse up or down, and this which gives a width to that slot, and then just left click on it. Okay, so next we have a polygon. So if you want to draw a polygon, just click on the workspace. It will be the center point, and the next click will be the distance. Okay, I mean the radius of the inner circle. Okay, so if you want to change this, hexagon into pentagon, just double click on it. So just delete it first and select the polygon again, and just draw that. And if you want to change this hexagon into a pentagon, just specify the number of sides here. So I have specified number 5. So if you click on it, it will create a pentagon. Okay, so then we have a spline, and then we have an ellipse. So it is similar to the circle, and in the ellipse we will be having this parabola and conic, which is similar to the arc itself. And then we have this fillet and chamfer. So what is this fillet and chamfers? So if you draw a rectangle, I will draw a corner to corner rectangle first. So I don't want this sharp edges, right? So what should I do? So to make it smooth, I will use fillets. So select the fillet option, and in the entities to fillet, select this extreme point, and I want to select this extreme point, or else you can just drag and select the extreme points. Okay, and you can increase the radius of this arc by just clicking over the upper arrow like this. So 9 centimeters is okay, and then just click OK. So these are the uses of fillet. So what is this chamfer next? So to demonstrate that, I will draw another rectangle. So just select the chamfer option, drag and just right click on, just drag and select all the entities, or else you can just select the corners like this. So just increase this So you have got this cut over here, and this is known as the chamfer. Okay,